afternoon, everybody. My name is Karla, and you've reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch and crochet, but also other crafts that I enjoy and a little bit of life thrown in. So today is FlossTube number 270. It's Sunday, February 2nd. I want to say welcome. If this is your first time finding my channel, thank you so much for hitting the play button. I hope you like what you see. You want to hit like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And if this is not your first time finding my channel, if you are one of my regular viewers, thank you so much for coming back and sharing this time with me. It means so much to me. If you hear some banging running around, we've obviously hit my kitten Delilah's play time. It's about 1:20. I also noticed when I turn the camera on that there's like a big streak of like glare from this window right here. I think that's something I'm just gonna have to contend with when I do videos in the afternoon when the sun's shining. But this is the time I have to do it. So yeah, so we'll just have to deal, and I will try and keep anything I show over on this side of the screen. So as I said, did I say it was Sunday, February 2nd? I think I did. This was a long, I don't say difficult week for me, but some days were more difficult than others. First of all, it was a very long week as far as work goes. Learning like a new program, advisory program at work, and that just, you know, whenever there's something new that you have to learn and study and then do new, you know, stuff for clients, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. I ended up having to stay late on Friday, which was not fun. At the end of a long week, to have to stay an extra hour was not good, trying to get something done for a client who's going out of town on Monday. But yeah, and on top of that, Wednesday was my mother's yort site, or Wednesday. Wednesday was my mother's yort site. Tuesday was Logan's birthday. He is 17. That just blows my mind. But then Wednesday was my mother's yort site, the anniversary of her death. It's been 4 years, and I just was really missing her this week. Today is actually my dad's yort site. So, yeah, I mean, my dad's been gone almost 50 years. So, 49 years, I guess, today. So that, although it still hurts, is not quite as fresh. I miss him all the time too, but you know, my mom was a little bit more, I don't know, more painful right now. And it was a little bit hard on that Wednesday. I was thinking about her a lot and missing her. Okay. So, but I still actually got quite a bit of stuff done. So, I'm happy about that, and I will be showing you. Before we do that, because last week was the last week of January, can you tell I'm a little bit distracted by the kitten bouncing off the walls? So I did do my last giveaway, and I'm just going to go over again the giveaways that I haven't heard from people yet, because, and this is going to, honestly, this is going to be the last time I'm going to mention it. And, you know, whatever doesn't end up getting, she's doing something she's not supposed to. She's not supposed to play with the blinds. Delilah, stop. Yeah. Play with this. Play with this. Okay, sorry. Discipline. Anyway, this is the last time I'm going to mention it, and anything that isn't claimed, I will just kind of put back into my stock, and we'll do another giveaway some other point during the year. So yeah, so the first week, the one that I still haven't heard it from, it was for the Night Creatures pattern, and the person who won that was Sherry Eccles. I think June 2017 magazine, just Cross Stitch magazine, that had the Joan Elliott pattern in it. And that was one by Rhonda Wise. Haven't heard from you to give you with your mailing address. Last week, the spring floss was won by Red Hat Stamper. I don't know the person's name, but that is their handle. Haven't heard from them. I did hear from Kathy Mayfield for the fall floss, and I haven't sent it out yet. I keep forgetting to bring it to work, which is where I do that. So anyway, it should go out this week. And then the final one for last week was the pattern for Country Garden County Canvas. And the winner was Sunrise 49738, which is my friend Dawn Duvall. It's actually kind of fitting that she won it because she's actually the one who gave me the snow, the mango snow floss to finish this. So I probably will stick that back in here for you, Dawn. I don't know if it's enough, but hopefully. And if for some reason you didn't actually want this pattern because, you know, you put it in your comment, but you always comment on like the stuff that I've done. So I just want to make sure that you actually really want it. So let me know. If you do, it'll be in the mail to you. If you don't, then I'll give it to somebody else. But I still need to get your address because I know you've moved and I don't keep that stuff like I should. So anyway, that is all of the giveaways for the month of January. So welcome to 2025. Delilah, naughty kitten now. She's definitely a teenager. I was looking up a chart and at her months, she's like almost 7 months old. That means she's about 12 or 13. So she's just getting to be a preteen and she's acting like it. So, okay. I don't have any crochet to show you this week. Just didn't really do anything significant. But I do have a finish to show you, which is pretty exciting. I finished the Jiffy Stitchery Sun Window, which is actually crewel embroidery. It's not cross stitch, but I think it looks pretty great. So got that done. I don't know. I keep looking at it and thinking it's just the slightest bit off center. I mean, I laced it, so I guess I could undo it, and I don't know. I don't know if it's enough to really bother me, but I did lace it, and then I ordered a set of frames. So I think I got a set of 4 because I have 3 of these, and then the 4th one, I really want to find it if I can. So I figured it would be a good idea to have the frame for it if I got it. So yeah, these are from the 70s. Crewel embroidery, and it was really fun to do, and actually I want to say easy, but I have memories. The reason I got these off of eBay because I had these back in the 70s and I never completed any of them, and I remember like really liking them, but just I never finished it. And I remember them being difficult, and you know, this one I pretty much flew through. I mean, I worked on it one time, did the whole window and did most of the thing, and then yesterday I sat down. Now granted, I worked on it for several hours, but I finished it. I got all of the specialty stitches done. I got French knots done. These are raised seed stitch. There's fern stitch underneath, and then this is actually detached fern stitch. So you actually build these little fern leaves separate from the thing and then sew them on. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with this. So, and then the other 2 that I have the hummingbird window, and I have the poppy window, and the one that I am still missing, which I don't know if I'll ever be able to find, is the butterfly window. So yeah, I keep checking eBay for it. Maybe someday it'll show up, but okay, so that was a finish. Yay! Second finish of 2025. Okay, I also had a new start this week.
Not surprising since we are in a new month. But I did start lemon juice. I was very anxious to start this. It's my first Luca S kit. And I gotta say, I really like the Luca S kits. Now, the only thing I did is I did switch out the fabric. It came with a 16 count plain Aida. And although I thought it actually would look really good on white, I had to do something. I had to add the sparkle. So I didn't have any 16 count sparkle Aida, but I did have a 32 count Lucana. So I changed to that. I didn't get a lot done, as you can see, but enough to call it a start. And what I found kind of cool about it is that it comes with the cards on these floss drop things, but the nice thing is that first of all, they have the symbols on them, and they have these little punch out side dealies so that when you cut a length of thread, you can put the extra there. And really liked it. First sent me on a path to look for more Luca S, and I will show you what I found in haul. So that was my new start. And that actually is for my Be My Own Valentine sale for February. Okay. So the other whips I had this year, or this week, I did finally work on the last full coverage for full coverage January that I hadn't worked on yet, which is Let Sleeping Dragons Lie. This is charted by Unconventional Cross Stitch, and it is artwork by Amy Brown. And I am still just way over here in the corner, so nothing much to see except green, but I did actually do quite a bit. So there you go. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here, there's like a little circle-y thing, and what that is, it's the very beginning. There's like a little clump of like bush or something, just a slightly different thing than just the plain green, and that's what that is starting right there. So that's somewhat exciting, something a little bit different than just textured green. But I had a broken needle that I stuck in here because I didn't know what to do with it. Okay, so I did finish. That was, as I said, that was my last full coverage that I hadn't touched yet. So now I officially in January touched all of my full coverage projects at least once. Okay. All right. What else? Okay, I worked on my Optical Illusion piece that I'm doing on plastic canvas with Etoile, DMC Etoile. I'm just kind of keeping them in the rainbow order that they are in the tin. I know on camera you don't see very much the sparkle, but in real life it's really actually pretty sparkly and it's pretty. I worked on Rose and Sweet Cherry, which is by Riolis. This was my New Year, New Start actually last year. My picture is gonna get completely destroyed because it's already, because I folded it. It's already looking not so great, but it's okay. That doesn't matter very much. And I've gotten a bit more done in the rose. You can start to see the depth kind of coming out in that. Excuse me. Okay, I worked on the Rose Needlepoint Tapestry. This is by Collection d'Art. And I got into the bigger flower. I think I finished. I think these leaves weren't finished. This one still needs a little bit. But it's just a standard little needlepoint kit. But it's actually a little bit less, it takes less brain power, I guess, for me to work on that. So when I'm not feeling like it, like stitching, I'll stitch a little bit on that. And then last but not least, I work on Purple Allium yesterday, which is another Riolis kit. I would like to get a finish on this one this year. I'm about halfway done with it, but I think I could get a finish. This is, oops, a chart. And I am doing this on a piece of Aida that I hand dyed. So I was actually really into stitching yesterday. I finished the sun window, and then I started working on this after I went into my room. And so I finished this bottom like shadow part, and then I did this flower, finished that flower, finished the middle of this flower. So I got quite a bit done actually last night. And as I said, I'm about halfway done. So, oops. So yeah, so I'm like at that level. So all of this still needs to be done. But I don't know, I just think that it's gonna go pretty fast. I think a lot of these outer ones are half stitches, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see how much I get done in February, and then when it might come out again. And I know it looks different on the colored fabric as opposed to white. I don't know. I mean, I still think it looks really good. It maybe doesn't look exactly as bright as the original picture, but I don't care. It makes me more happy to stitch on colored fabric. So And all of this is just, it's just for me. It's just for my enjoyment. So, okay. So that was that. I feel like I'm flying through this video today. Okay, so yeah, that was all my stitching. Do I have haul? I do have a little bit of haul to show you guys. I'm really trying to kind of stitch from stash and not buy a bunch of stuff, but you know, one of the things with me, and I don't know that it's going to change, but whenever I saw a kit that had a black cat in it with owning baggy, it made me pause. Now haven't bought a lot of patterns that are just a black cat because, you know, I'm also somewhat realistic about what I would enjoy stitching on. And a pattern that's all black cat is not going to be fun for me. But of course, because I now have a beautiful gray and cream colored tabby, she actually, you know, when I got her, they called her a brown tabby, and I was like, that's crazy. She's not brown. She's gray, but she's starting to get like these really pretty apricot colors, like in her chin and in her tummy. So I don't know if that's the brown, if that's like an orange gene coming in. I don't know, but she's yeah, she's really beautiful. But of course, now when I see patterns that have tabbies on them, I'm like, ooh, let me see. So I actually got two kits that have tabbies on them. This I got from eBay. It was very inexpensive. It was like under $10. I don't know if it was 8 or 9, but and you know, and it's a Bucilla kit. Does it say the year? 2011. So it's not new, but I thought it was pretty cute, and I think it will be fun to stitch. So, I mean, it is full coverage, but yeah, that kind of looks like her. Not 100%. It doesn't have her. She has very, very strong, like eyeliner, like Egyptian looking eyeliner. So maybe I can add that. I don't know, but. And then, as I said, I started the Luca S pattern and really was just enjoying the materials that were provided, and so sent me on a search just to find Luca S, and I come across this pattern and I went back and forth because it's bigger. Well, it's not that big. It's like a 9x13, but anyway, had to get it. It doesn't totally look like her, but it looks like her enough. And I like the chair and the roses and the colors, so the colors are pretty. So yeah, so I got that one. So I don't have any, you know, plans to start those anytime soon, but you know, I've been liking getting kits lately. Okay, then the last thing really to talk about is plans, which I've already kind of discussed with you guys as far as Ella the Frog Princess, which is Mirabilia, that I'm not cutting it down, or I'm just like truncating the pattern. So I went ahead and I used the hoop that I'm going to use to display it. I put it on the back, as I said, and then I did a running stitch. So hopefully you guys are going to be able to see. Let me show you the top part, which, you know, is done basically, except for the beading. Well, that's not true. I still have her arms. Both of her arms need to be finished, but so I don't know if you can see that running stitch. That is where the hoop is going to be. And then the bottom part, is like that. So I will be able to take these flowers all the way across, I think. Maybe add some more flower. I don't know. I might bring up some of the flowers that are down at the bottom of the dress. I definitely need to pull one of the big flowers to make a separate piece to cover the, you know, the hoop has the tightening area, and so I'm gonna put that down at the bottom and then just add like a multi-dimensional piece. I even thought like I could put this on it, but I think it would look good with stitching. I don't know. I could change my mind on that. So you can see the line, and yeah. So I'm really excited with this idea. I'm excited that there's an end in sight for her without me having to stitch forever with these cream colors that I just don't love. And I think I'm gonna work on her today, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, I think that is about it for this week. If you guys are stitching on a bee pattern, you know, just to join in with me on the Be My Own Valentine's Sale, let me know. I'd love to, you know, find out who's doing what. And yeah, I think that's about it. So kind of a short video today. I don't know. Ever since I moved, my videos have been shorter. I don't think I'm telling you as much life stuff. Maybe not as much stuff is happening to me. I don't know. I got up this morning, and actually I was stitching really late last night to 2 a.m. So I got up like around 9, and then, but I actually got some stuff done. I changed my bed. I did some chores. I put away a bunch of clothes that I had piled up that were clean but not put away. Yeah, so I've just done a bunch of chores this morning. I ordered some groceries. I got some chicken wings that I'm gonna oven fry when I get off of here. And yeah, that's about it. My roommate is out seeing a play today. So I have the house to myself for a couple hours, which I actually kind of value. That is one thing I've noticed about living with a roommate, especially somebody who's retired and doesn't really drive, is that I don't have a lot of alone. I have alone time when I come in my room, but I also don't want to be completely unsociable, you know? But I don't have a lot of, you know, just the house to myself time. So when she does go out on the weekend, if she has friends pick her up for something, I actually kind of value those couple hours that there's nobody here. You know, when I was living in my apartment by myself, I never disliked living alone. It was just, I disliked kind of having nobody in my life. But the living alone part, I never really minded. So it's an adjustment to living with somebody else. It's a lot of really wonderful things and a couple things that are just, you know, an adjustment. And not ever being alone in the house by myself is one of them. So yeah, so she's at a play, so I think she's gonna be gone for a couple hours at least. She'll probably get back around 5 or 6, I think. And then we'll watch TV tonight. But anyway, things are pretty good with me in general. It was a hard week, as I said, but you know, hopefully next week will be better and a little bit smoother. Actually, I think I'm gonna be alone in the office for 2 days, so that's always good. And yeah, so until I see you again, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Karla. Bye-bye.